to kill me, I guess I'm doing okay. I'm lost among the millions, just an empty head filled with the sky. I separated my life between the boring and exciting parts.
Me again. First of all, I apologize for the light. It's brighter outside than it is inside. So if I'm at the wrong place, the bike's going to look really dark. But I figured this would be a good time to do another run around the bike. Now I've made some few little changes. It's nothing real important, but stuff I like. First and foremost, we'll start at the front. You've all seen my stickers, my Hatchet Man, my Flip Off Cthulhu, my sign, Not All Who Wonder Are, well, crap, that's me. My little Gilligan, this is my little buddy Gilligan. You've seen all of that, but what you haven't seen is the lowered and painted fender. So I got the Eagle Mike's fork brace and then the lower fendering kit. Put the fender down. If I ever do this, if I ever have to take it off, I'm taking the brace off, put the fender on it, put it back on. I put it on with the brace on. That's a nightmare. Don't do it that way. But I did get it on. It is firm, and I actually like the way it looks better. I don't know that it rides sufficiently different to make a difference for me to notice, because I just ride on the highway and I don't ride 85, 90 miles an hour. So I just like the way it looks. I'm not real happy with the bird beak of the stock fender, but I don't need to change it. It doesn't affect anything, so I'll deal with it. It's not horrible. It's just not my preference. And I made new badges. I need to change the black to a gray because you can't really see KLR 650T for touring. So I took the stock badge off and made that. I need to make those in gray. So I got the river symbol for Kawasaki. Got the name of the bike, Pepe, my little mule. If you get it, good for you. If you don't, look it up. Then my other stickers, which you've already seen. I reshot the green, 3 green spots when I did the fender because they were really sun faded. So now they'll be sun faded together. Still have my cases that you've seen. My 4800s and my old style 5800 from Harbor Freight. I'm not going to open it, but in here I carry my tarp that I cover with when it's parked in the sun. And my rain slicker in case I get caught out in the rain. Not that I will, but it can happen. I have a little Ryobi battery powered air pump in there and a first aid kit. Of course, if you watch the videos, you saw the install on the lights and how they work. This is usually for my laptop bag and stuff I carry when I go to work. I do have a little folding camp stool that fits in there perfectly. So if I'm ever going somewhere where I can sit down outside, I can take it with me, and it takes up just that much space in there. I have something that I think is going to work perfectly. I tried it yesterday and it didn't work because I didn't think it through. Bought me a Camelback insert for water. And I thought, well, since it needed airflow, I'd just crack this. Well, the problem is when it's in here, you hit a bump, it sloshes up and comes out. So water was running down all over my legs and stuff. It was nice and cool, but I didn't want water on me. So I have, you can't really see them. I've cut some little slits up in the very corners, around corners here and here, so the air will draw in when I drink it. I haven't yet did a test ride with this, but I don't think it's going to spill because this actually has water in it. And it's not coming up to the level. So I can drink so I have something to, if I'm on the bike for very long, I have water. Still have my chubby buttons too to control my phone. Someone tried to steal my camera. I don't know if they thought it was a phone or GPS or whatever, and broke the plastic mounting tab. So it is siliconed down and zip tied. And they actually reached up under the cover to do it. So I don't know if they looked under the cover or they were grabbing blindly. Either way, they didn't get it because it was secured pretty well. And of course, it's got all kinds of cables and stuff. So they didn't get it. So my camera still works. I'll go on the other side. I moved my thermometer to this side. It doesn't do a whole lot of good. It's just kind of a reference that I use. So I know if I know I'm getting too hot when I'm riding. Of course, this is Texas. I'm always too hot when I'm riding. On this side, I got the Kawasaki K. I made my Spectre symbol sticker a little smaller so it would fit better, and then Decepticons, and the tag here again need to change to green. I bought on Amazon a little device that's mainly for tractors and stuff, but it's programmable so you can set it for single cylinder 4-stroke. This is a tachometer and an hour meter. So the hour meter stays lit. They say the battery lasts 6 or 8 years, so I'm not worried about it. So this is how many hours I've run it, 6.5 since I put this on, and it runs as far as I can tell. The tachometer is accurate. I looked online, and my warm idle should be 1500, and this thing reads 1490 to 1510 on a warm or operating temperature idle, and it was like $11 on Amazon. I don't know the brand. If I think about it, I'll put it down below in the description. I tried some off-brand, the dual jointed mirrors, the double takes, but they were off-brand, off Amazon. Don't get the off-brand off Amazon. They were crap. As a matter of fact, they're right there. I'm going to be returning them. Anyway, I came home from work yesterday, and it just had flopped down. I didn't even have mirrors. So I put the stock ones back on. I don't need new mirrors. I just wanted more mirror surface. These are fine. They're safe. I was just kind of tinkering on things. I don't have to change them. This case is usually empty. I do want to show you one thing I do in here, though. Oh, I have my keys normally secured to the bike. Not that I ever do anything to attract attention by law enforcement, but now they can't just run up and yank my keys out because they are clipped to the bike. I did something on both of my side cases that worked pretty well. If I can keep from dropping everything on the floor, on the ground, we'll be all right. So on the other side, it's holding everything in, and on here, I use it to hold everything in when I put stuff in. I bought a roll of this Velcro, and it comes with the hooks. And I did some fancy tape work on these, and you loop it through, and it gives you a way to secure your stuff. So when you open your case, it doesn't just dump out on you. And that's really important on this side because that's what always happens to me. So I did that. It works really well. Oh, I'll keep everything locked all the time. So that's about it. Oh, for my GoPro group I'm in now on Facebook, and for people interested, I have stuck a GoPro mount here, and then put this GoPro arm that I've had for years here, and I can put a GoPro. I use my 4-session here, so if I'm doing something that's fun, I can have a low point of view on it. Of course, that's in addition to the front camera, the rear camera, and the GoPro that I wear on my helmet, on the cheek side of my helmet. So that's Pepe as it sits now. Get my keys secured, and this is just a little hook. I say hook or loop, whatever I found in the garage one day. I put it on and works just fine. Of course, I have to remember to take my keys off when I go places. I have left my keys in the bike before when I've gone into the store, but either way, Hoopy Fruit, or used to be the Hoopy Fruit, now it's Peppy, and I think I've got 4,500 miles on it now. No, 65. 6576 on it. It's a 22 model, so I don't get to ride very much, but and I have an alarm. It's coming loose. I've got to fix it, but have a little alarm on it mounted here, mounted down underneath here, and it works quite well. I do have the remote. Hold on, let me show you. It's a again, cheapy Amazon, but once it arms, then it will, if you just, since now it's not doing it. Okay, well, it did it to me yesterday. That's wonderful. Yeah, now it's not doing it. There we go. So you give it a good enough bump, and if you hit it hard enough, it'll go off. So it helps a little bit. It's not great. Like I said, if somebody wants to steal your bike, they're going to steal your bike. 2 or 3 people just pick it up and carry it. It only weighs 500 pounds. 2 or 3 good strong men, pick it up and walk off with it. I carry a bunch of stuff in here, but I'm not going to go through all of it. One thing I am going to show, though, is I bought these for a little photo booth I was making. And I discovered that they have a setting, if I can find it, that does a red flash. Of course, you can't see the red on this. Looks orange on this camera, but it's red. Let me see if I can find the there we go, emergency. There we go. Make it flash red and blue, which is probably questionable. Red, white, and blue, and fire truck, which is white and red, or just the red, if I can find it again. Yeah, the red flash. So if I get stuck on the side of the road, or if I come up on an accident or something, I can set this on, and it is magnetic. I can, in theory, attach it to the bike if I'm parked on the side of the road, or I can just set it on the ground if I'm come up on an accident or something, and maybe it'll help. I can also just set it to just red solid and put it there. I just thought I'd put that in there in case I ever have a problem or somebody else has a problem. That might help keep somebody a little safe. Of course, I have flashers on the bike now too, so we can do that. And yeah, I forgot to show you those if you haven't seen them. So this one activates my camera. This one activates my rock lights, which you probably won't be able to see very well. They're there, but can't see them. And then this activates the flashers when I have a blinker on. Wait. Come on. There we go. So I have a blinker on, and I can hit the switch, and then I have flashers. So, and I like the fact that the Kawasaki flasher system is such that you can do that without burning it out. All right, well, that's a quick 12, 15 minutes or so of Pepe, my little mule, new tires, the Shinko 705s. I haven't even ridden enough to take the molding nipples off of them, so we'll see what happens. I figure I'll have to do brakes in about 3,000 or 4,000 miles. And while it's in, I'll probably have some other stuff done. But the oil change is up to date. It runs great. I get about 47, 48 miles a gallon in town here. Of course, it's a lot of highway riding in town. I love my little mule, and I think it's finally. Oh, and I'm sorry, I didn't even show the highway pegs. You've seen them, but finally found some highway pegs that actually stay in place. So it's set. I don't have to. There's nothing I want to change right now. I might get bigger cases if I can save up the money. I might get different mirrors, but right now I don't have to do anything to make it what I want. It is what I want. So do the right thing. Go out and buy the damn motorcycle. You'll love it. And remember, if you always do what's right, you can't ever go wrong. Add on, I completely forgot to show that I moved my tool tube from being attached to the bike to being attached to the case. Works really well. I can get in and out easier. It's not tucked up where I can't and jammed up, and it's not held on with zip ties. It's actually bolted to it. So, excuse me, I forgot that. So either way, sorry, I think that's it.
Do one thing, then another. Do everything one at a time. Do one thing, then another. Do everything one at a time.